We're about to pass under the climbing S's, and I am going to take you to the original street circuits and buy some gasoline for myself when I get there. So over to the left is the exit of turn 1 heading towards the climbing S's. The video just never quite does this cliff justice. Hopefully I'm remembering correctly. Turn at the barn. Stop sign at the bottom of the hill, we're actually at the original street circuit. So just to run the correct direction, you would have come off this straightaway at this turn. They would have actually bared right onto or into Watkins Glen State Park. Stone bridge, followed by a hard right. Hopefully it was less potholey back then. Archie Smith's Corner. The original road course here. We make this right. Sign says this is the railroad straight. As I recall, you cross the railroad tracks on this straight, and the other straightaway has a railroad bridge. Tracks. Drove by Watkins Glen State Park. This hill, there's a sign there, steep grade, 1.5 miles, use low gear. They are not kidding. We are about to drop off of a cliff. And off into Horizon. Jesse Shimizu, if you ever watched this, there's a corner up here where I nearly crashed your pickup truck because I was in awe. I don't know, the video is going to make it look like another cloud, but you could actually briefly see I think it's Lake Seneca on the horizon as I crested that hill. And now the car is going very aggressively downhill. It's actually catching me off guard a little bit now. Not the way it did then. I'm actually using the transmission to hold the car back. But this is the corner I'm like convinced they built the carousel on the current track based off of, because it's just forever downhill. It's very sharp. And I took Jesse Shimizu's pickup truck around this first time, pouring rain. Didn't realize where I was. And there's the lake again. And I drifted into the oncoming lane of traffic back there. I might have been able to hold it onto the lane if there had been oncoming traffic, but it could have been a pretty nasty accident. Speed limit's dropping to 30. I'm using third gear and the brakes to get it down. Extremely steep. I don't think the video is going to properly portray how steep that is. And now we are dropping into the town of Watkins Glen. If I took the camera down and looked left, you can see the lake. .5 turn, and it's going to be followed by not much straight before you get to a red light, as I recall as well. Sign says this is Milliken's Corner. Yeah, you basically turn and there's a light. Of course, makes a right onto Franklin Street. That's it. I think it's marked. One of these, they marked the original start-finish line up here someplace. Except all the crosswalks look like a start-finish line, so. Ah, yes, here's the start-finish line. I thought it was marked. 6.5 mile round trip. That was the courthouse we passed as well, by the way. road is going to turn right. I'm actually not, because the reason I'm on this trip is because I was going to this Sinclair's gas station. I like to call it Dynaco though, because, you know, Toy Story was a thing when I was a kid, right? So, alright, I'll pause this and get back to you momentarily. Alright, we're back from the gas. You may have noticed a sign onto the left right before I turn into this gas station as I'm about to turn back onto the road course. Mentioning the Seneca Falls Lodge. My understanding is that back in the 70s, when the F1 guys were coming here, that was like where they stayed. This is also a very steep uphill. Ominous clouds are looming. Not quite enough water on my windshield to use the wiper. Yeah, water's picking up again, and I think I'm on track in like 45 minutes. So it's going to be a fun little tire game. Thought I went straight. Almost made the wrong turn. Whoopsie daisy. Townsend Road corner. So that's the Seneca Lodge Brewery Motel. That's actually not the one that the F1 guys went to. As I recall, it's up here on the left, but I might be wrong. Yep, now we're going to need wipers. Still very steep uphill. I don't know if you can tell through the way the engine's pulling, but we're still going uphill. White House S, name of this turn. This is the railroad bridge that we had to go over the tracks earlier. I thought it was going to stop raining for a moment. You see red barns anymore, but there's quite a few of them in upstate New York. Apparently I missed Seneca Falls Lodge. Apparently it was down that road I was going to bear right on. But this is where I rejoined the road, and this is where I make a left, and I should be back in the paddock in about 4 minutes. Thanks for watching, and there you go. You can see where you bear off to the right. That was the turn for the track, but I'm not going that way. I'm going this way.